Some crowd, half dressed like they're going to the prom, the other half in jeans. You all look tired like a peasant that had to listen to the church deacons as they preach. You can probably imagine what they were thinking and singing. Oh God, please let me out of here, and I will, so that I may drink my ale, and I will pay my penance. As you listen to this, please do not think about leaving and getting drunk. Knowing what life was like during the medieval era will help us understand their hardships. I'll be going over death, horrible living conditions, corruption, and fear. Life during the medieval era was filled with corruption, death. Plagues would kill thousands of people. Some reports indicated that there were over 50% of the European population killed, but that is very little. The only real way that the peasants knew how to counter the disease was gathering up together. That did not work well for them because it would in turn spread the disease a lot faster than they thought. If they actually would have stayed, moved around and worked, they would have the death rate would have been lower. London's population was lowered 35% after the Dark Plague moved in. It killed over 40,000 people in a matter of months. Wars also kill a lot of other people. Because your neighbors would see that you have more resources than they do, they would want it and would go through pillaging. Also, leaders would argue between themselves and cause conflicts. They normally did not fight one-on-one, so instead they would send in their armies to fight it off for themselves. That would in turn produce a lot of casualties over a small petty conflict over who owns 10 acres of land. The loser would have his land captured, razed, ransacked, pillaged, and such. Also, another reason why death was so prevalent during the time was because of the horrible living conditions. Since homes were only 20 by 30 feet wide and made of stone, brick, straw, and wood, they were cesspools for diseases. Homes were seen as a place for sleep and eating, not much else. Since the peasants would see such a difference between their leaders and themselves, they would notice a conflict. They would ask, after the medieval era was filled with corruption. The corruption of the leadership was evident because the leaders had such a better off life than they did. Also the corruption of the church leaders because the priests and deacons would steal from the penance money. During the time, the peasants did not know who to trust, and their neighbors would turn them in for any reason just to get out of trouble. So life during the medieval era was filled with fear. The fear of not knowing what would happen, and the fear of how you would die and when. Life for the medieval peasant was hard. There were things that they did to help motivate them to get them along through the hardship. This is the reason why religion spread so rapidly, because it offered a way to escape their hardships. Another reason was the alcoholic-based drink known as ale. Since ale was the only safe, drinkable, liquid containered source that they could drink from, it was given to their children because they did not want them to get sick from the water. Ale was like the water of the day. Drink was responsibly of.